Every 17 minutes, a senior experiences a stroke in their bathroom. A startling statistic that underscores a hidden danger most people never see coming. Imagine this: the place you visit 6 to 8 times a day, a space you consider routine and safe, could be quietly increasing your risk of a life-altering stroke by as much as 300%. Right now, millions of older adults are unknowingly engaging in 4 dangerous bathroom habits that are silently damaging their blood vessels, setting the stage for a catastrophic health event. The most alarming part: your doctor likely hasn't warned you about these risks. In the next few minutes, I'm going to unveil these hidden dangers, simple, everyday routines that could be putting you or someone you love at risk. What happens in your bathroom doesn't stay there. When it comes to your brain health, it could change everything. Let me introduce you to Patricia, a lively 72-year-old who embodies the spirit of independence. A retired high school English teacher, Patricia spent 4 decades inspiring young minds with her passion for literature. Now, she's a proud grandmother to 4 energetic grandchildren who fill her weekends with laughter and chaos. She stays active, volunteering at her local library twice a week, tending to her vibrant garden, and taking daily walks through her neighborhood. Patricia always prided herself on her health, eating balanced meals, staying active, and maintaining her independence. But last Tuesday morning, what began as a typical bathroom routine nearly ended her life. As she went about her usual habits, completely unaware, Patricia was unknowingly following 4 routines that had been silently building toward disaster for years. In a matter of minutes, her world was turned upside down. Her story could be yours, or it could belong to someone you care about deeply. If this resonates with you, please share this information. It could save a life. Patricia's first dangerous habit was something so common it's easy to overlook: straining during bowel movements. Like nearly 40% of seniors, Patricia dealt with constipation regularly. It had become a frustrating part of her daily life, particularly during her morning routine. She'd sit on the toilet for 10, sometimes 15 minutes, pushing with increasing effort. "Just get it over with," she'd mutter, straining harder as the minutes ticked by. What began as mild discomfort had evolved into a ritual she repeated multiple times a day, unaware that it was wreaking havoc on her body. This habit, known in medical circles as the Valsalva maneuver, involves forcefully exhaling while keeping the mouth and nose closed, creating intense pressure in the chest and head. It's akin to the sensation of popping your ears on an aeroplane, but far more dangerous when done repeatedly and with force. The science behind this: when you strain intensely, your blood pressure doesn't just inch upward, it can spike dramatically, sometimes by 60 to 80 points in mere seconds. For example, if your normal blood pressure is 130/80, straining could push it to 200/140 or higher. This sudden surge forces your heart to pump harder while simultaneously reducing blood flow to your brain. It's like flooring the accelerator on your car while slamming on the brakes. Your cardiovascular system is caught in a dangerous tug-of-war. For seniors, this is especially risky. As we age, our blood vessels lose elasticity, becoming like brittle pipes that can't handle sudden pressure changes. Each time Patricia strained, she was pushing her fragile blood vessels to their limits, creating tiny tears in the delicate networks that supply her brain with oxygen. One morning, after a particularly intense effort, she felt a wave of dizziness so severe she had to grip the bathroom wall to avoid collapsing. This phenomenon, known as defecation syncope, sends thousands of seniors to emergency rooms annually, and many don't survive the trip. The warning signs are clear but often ignored: dizziness after straining, seeing spots or stars, feeling lightheaded, experiencing a sudden crushing headache, or noticing your heart racing. These aren't just moments of discomfort, they're your body's desperate plea for help before a catastrophic event like a stroke or heart attack occurs. Research shows that seniors who strain regularly during bowel movements are 300% more likely to suffer cardiovascular events. The bathroom, a place of privacy and routine, transforms into a high-risk zone, where a natural bodily function becomes life-threatening. Have you ever felt dizzy after straining in the bathroom? If so, you've likely experienced a warning sign similar to Patricia's, a mini-stroke signal that most people dismiss. Recognizing these signs could be the difference between life and death for you or someone you love. Patricia's second dangerous habit was one she cherished: her scalding hot showers. After years of teaching energetic teenagers, she found solace in turning the shower knob as hot as it would go, creating a steamy sanctuary that fogged up every mirror in her bathroom. The hotter, the better, she'd tell her daughters, who worried about her reddened skin after each shower. What felt like a luxurious escape was actually pushing her body toward a medical crisis. Hot water, especially at extreme temperatures, has a profound effect on the body, particularly for seniors. When you step into a shower as hot as 110 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to steep tea, your blood vessels don't just relax, they dilate dramatically, like highways expanding from narrow lanes to wide boulevards. This process, called vasodilation, causes blood pressure to drop rapidly. Imagine a garden hose suddenly widening from ½ an inch to 2 inches. The water pressure plummets. The same happens in your circulatory system, but your brain relies on steady blood pressure to function properly. For seniors whose hearts already work harder to pump blood, this sudden drop creates a dangerous chain reaction. The heart races to compensate, trying to maintain circulation to vital organs, while the brain, perched at the top of the body, sends distress signals when blood flow falters. This can lead to collapse, often with devastating consequences. 3 months ago, Patricia learned this lesson the hard way. During her usual morning shower, the bathroom began to spin. Her knees buckled, and she grabbed the shower bar just in time to avoid a fall. The dizziness was so overwhelming that she had to sit on the shower floor for 10 minutes, gasping for air, her skin bright red and her heart pounding. She felt nauseated for hours afterward. What Patricia experienced was a transient ischemic attack, or mini-stroke, triggered by the severe blood pressure fluctuation caused by her hot shower. The extreme heat had caused such intense vasodilation that her brain temporarily lost adequate blood supply. She was one heartbeat away from a full stroke that could have left her paralyzed or worse. Studies reveal that seniors who regularly take showers above 104 degrees Fahrenheit are 250% more likely to experience cardiovascular events. The combination of heat, steam, and the confined space of a bathroom creates a perfect storm for aging cardiovascular systems. Emergency rooms see a surge in shower-related incidents among seniors, many found unconscious on bathroom floors. The insidious part? These hot showers feel so good that most seniors never connect their post-shower dizziness, fatigue, or headaches to the water temperature. The safe shower temperature for seniors should not exceed 100 degrees Fahrenheit, warm enough for comfort, but not so hot as to trigger dangerous vasodilation. Patricia now uses a shower thermometer and has found that slightly cooler showers leave her feeling more refreshed and alert than her old scalding ones ever did. What's your ideal shower temperature? Are you drawn to near boiling water like Patricia was? Your preference might reveal whether you're unknowingly putting yourself at risk every time you step into the shower. Patricia's third dangerous habit was something she'd done countless times without thinking. Standing up quickly from the toilet, after sitting for several minutes, she'd spring to her feet and head to the sink, never considering that this simple movement was setting her up for a catastrophic fall. Like many seniors, Patricia had developed orthostatic hypotension, a condition where blood pressure drops sharply when transitioning from sitting to standing. When you sit for extended periods, especially on the toilet, blood pools in your lower extremities due to gravity. Your heart adjusts to this position, pumping at a steady rate. But when you stand up suddenly, your cardiovascular system needs time to redirect blood upward to your brain, a process that can be dangerously delayed in seniors. Think of your circulatory system like an aging elevator that takes a few seconds to move between floors. When Patricia stood up quickly, she was asking her 72-year-old heart to instantly pump blood nearly 4 feet upward against gravity. Her cardiovascular system couldn't keep up, leaving her brain momentarily starved of oxygen-rich blood. One Sunday morning, this habit caught up with her. After sitting on the toilet for about 8 minutes, struggling with constipation and running late for church, she stood up abruptly and took 2 quick steps toward the sink. Without warning, the room went black. She fell backward, her head striking the ceramic toilet tank with a sickening crack that echoed through her apartment. When she regained consciousness 3 minutes later, she was lying in a pool of blood, disoriented and terrified. The fall had caused a 4-inch gash on her head and severe bruising, but the real danger was internal. The sudden blood pressure drop had briefly cut off circulation to her brain, causing a pre-syncope episode that could easily have triggered a full stroke. Emergency room doctors explained that Patricia's blood pressure had plummeted from 135/80 while sitting to 85/50 within seconds of standing, a drop severe enough to cause unconsciousness. This kind of fluctuation puts immense stress on the brain's delicate blood vessels, often leading to ruptures or blockages. Patricia was fortunate that her fall didn't result in a stroke, brain hemorrhage or broken hip, which could have ended her independence. Research shows that orthostatic hypotension affects up to 30% of seniors over 70, yet most are unaware of the condition until a serious incident occurs. The bathroom's hard surfaces and confined space make these falls particularly dangerous, and the privacy of the setting often delays help. The solution is straightforward but requires mindfulness. Patricia now follows a 3-step safety method recommended by her doctor. First, she sits still for 30 seconds after finishing on the toilet, allowing her circulation to stabilize. Next, she slowly moves to the edge of the seat and pauses for another 15 seconds, giving her body time to adjust. Finally, she stands up gradually, holding onto a grab bar and taking a full 10 seconds to reach an upright position. She's installed sturdy grab bars throughout her bathroom and approaches every position change with caution. Since adopting this method, Patricia hasn't experienced a single dizzy spell and her confidence has returned. Her bathroom, once a place of fear, now feels manageable. The fourth and most dangerous habit Patricia practiced was what her cardiologist called the silent killer, the unprepared midnight bathroom rush. Like 80% of seniors, Patricia woke up 2 to 3 times a night needing to use the bathroom. Half asleep and eager to return to bed, she'd stumble through her dark hallway, unaware that these nighttime trips were creating the perfect conditions for a stroke. During sleep, your body naturally becomes dehydrated as you lose fluids through breathing and sweating. For seniors, this is compounded by medications like blood pressure pills, diuretics, and sleep aids, which often peak in the bloodstream at night, creating a dangerous combination of thickened blood and fluctuating blood pressure. Patricia's nighttime routine was a recipe for disaster. At 2 a.m., her bladder would wake her, and she'd leap out of bed, hurrying to the bathroom in the dark. Her body, transitioning from lying down to standing while dehydrated, experienced wild blood pressure swings that strained her brain's delicate blood vessels. She was taking 3 medications that affected her cardiovascular system: a blood pressure pill that peaked around 3 a.m., a diuretic that depleted her fluids, and a sleep aid that dulled her awareness of warning signs. When she stood up quickly in this dehydrated state, her blood pressure spiked as her heart struggled to pump thickened blood through constricted vessels. One Tuesday night in January, this habit nearly cost Patricia her life. She woke at 2:17 a.m. with an urgent need to use the bathroom. Groggy and impatient, she stood up rapidly, dismissing a wave of dizziness as normal sleepiness. As she reached the bathroom doorway, a searing headache exploded behind her eyes, so intense she doubled over, clutching the doorframe. Her vision blurred and her left arm began to tingle, a terrifying sign of a hypertensive crisis. Her blood pressure had spiked to 210/120, putting her in immediate stroke territory. The combination of dehydration, medication effects, and sudden movement had created a perfect storm in her cardiovascular system, squeezing her brain with dangerous pressure while starving it of oxygen. Fortunately, Patricia recognized the severity of the situation. Instead of continuing to the bathroom, she lowered herself to the floor and called 911. Paramedics arrived within 8 minutes, finding her blood pressure still dangerously high at 195/115. They administered emergency medication and rushed her to the hospital, where doctors confirmed she'd been moments away from a major stroke. Tests revealed that her nighttime dehydration had thickened her blood to a syrupy consistency, while her medications caused dramatic blood pressure fluctuations. Her cardiologist explained that seniors who make unprepared nighttime bathroom trips are 400% more likely to experience strokes between midnight and 6 a.m., a period known as the danger hours. Patricia now takes proactive steps to mitigate this risk. She keeps a water bottle by her bed and drinks 4 to 6 ounces before any nighttime bathroom trip to thin her blood and stabilize circulation. Motion-activated nightlights illuminate her path, eliminating the danger of stumbling in the dark. She follows a 2-minute preparation routine, sitting on the edge of her bed for 60 seconds, drinking water and moving slowly with deliberate pauses. With her doctor's guidance, she adjusted her medication timing to minimize overnight peaks. These changes have stabilized her nighttime blood pressure, improved her sleep quality, and eliminated dizziness during her nighttime routines. Research confirms that proper hydration and gradual position changes can reduce nighttime stroke risk by up to 75%, yet most seniors remain unaware of these dangers. 3 months after her near-fatal scare, Patricia's life has transformed. Her new bathroom routine is not only safer, but also a source of empowerment. She's eliminated straining by incorporating fiber supplements and staying hydrated. She's traded scalding showers for warm ones that leave her feeling invigorated. Every position change is deliberate, guided by her 3-step safety method and supported by grab bars. Her nighttime preparation, water, lights, and patience has become second nature. At her 3-month checkup, her cardiologist was astounded. Her blood pressure had stabilized at a healthy 125/78, a level she hadn't seen in over a decade. Beyond the numbers, Patricia's energy has soared, her fear of bathroom accidents has vanished, and her independence feels secure. Her family has noticed the change too. Her daughter marvels at Patricia's newfound mindfulness, a stark contrast to the rushed, stressed woman who once moved through routines without a second thought. Patricia's message to other seniors is clear. You don't have to wait for a wake-up call like I did. These simple changes gave me my life back, and they can do the same for you. If this information has opened your eyes to the hidden dangers lurking in your bathroom, share it with every senior you know, your parents, grandparents, neighbors, or friends. You could be saving a life. What's your bathroom routine like? Have you experienced dizziness, headaches, or other warning signs? Your habits might reveal whether you're at risk, and recognizing them could be the first step toward protecting your health.